Right. So The Unusual in 2006 gets released with Fat Beats. The album featured Crowd Pleaser, produced by llmind. He also
Mhm.
produced Hold On. What was it like working with llmind? I feel like he's super underrated.
Yeah, llmind was a fucking secret weapon. And he's he's Filipino, so like my best friend is part Filipino as well. He got a whole Filipino crew, and they came to me. They was like, "Yo, we want you to hear my man llmind beats." I was like, "Really?" I said, "Where he from?" He said, "He from Bloomfield." I was like, "Oh, he's from Jersey. He's not too far from me." I was like, "Okay." So yeah, we want to set up a day. I said, "All right." These dudes worked in the radio station, so they bring me to the station, and they was like, "Yeah." So like he's back there. I'm like, "Why y'all got him all secretive? What's going on?" So we went in this little room. It was tight in the room. All of them in there, me, Chaos was in there. And I'm like, what is happening right now? So they bring him in. He's like, yeah, my name llmind. Da, da, da. I was like, you live not too far. I'm like, I don't know what I'm about to hear. They gave me some headphones. I thought they were going to play it in the room. Put them headphones on my ear and started playing that shit. First beat, I was like, shit. Second beat, I was like, dang, I'm trying to hold it together. I'm like, whoa. And then the crowd pleaser beat came on. I was like, oh my God. I took the headphones off. I was like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? Bro, he gave me 2 CDs and I took them shit on. It was so much heat on them CDs. I picked them 2 beats because I only could pick, I was trying to just be, easy. But that crowd pleaser song is still my biggest hit to this day.
But at this time, he had already worked with like G Unit and everything, right? No?
My llmind's first placement is with me.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
Straight up. And it's funny when the Redman gave me some beats. Like, your boy llmind. I was like, you know why you know about llmind, motherfucker? Because of me. And then he went to Sky Zoo. Then he went to Joel Ortiz. And then and then he G Unit. Then he got signed to 50 and them. So yeah, but Crowd Pleaser is llmind's first song. And if not, also acrobatic work with him from Boston.
That's crazy, man. And then on the album, also you got J Rawls, right?
Yeah.
He produced a few songs on there. Shout out to J Rawls. You had OC on the song Nothing to Lose.
Yeah.
Now, Sean Price, man.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Sean?
That was a good day. I just said, I called him. I said, yo, meet me at Fat Beats on this day. I picked him up. This is when I had my whip. Picked him up. He was impressed because I had a car. And he was like, okay, Al. This is my hip hop. This is my hip hop shit, right? I was like, yeah. So I bring him to my man P Original crib. And he lived in Edison, New Jersey. And we go there and it's trees and, houses, nice houses. And he's like, oh my God, I need to be out here all the time. So I even brought him to my house. He met my son, my kid, But we went there, and for him to be so free of the hood, him being there, so dope because he wanted to be out there. And he saw all the grass and everything. Like, yo, can I come out here more? I was like, yeah, I mean, it's up to you. But it's a nice, you got to catch the train. But that was a good day because he went in the barbershop. We had to wait for the producer to come with us because he had the track. But when we was in there, he said, I'll be around here each time. This is with my area. I was like, you bullshit. You don't be around here. So he went outside to smoke a cigarette. He wasn't out there 5 minutes. Some dude walking across the street. He was like, yeah, I was like, oh, no, I know you ain't out there talking to somebody. He didn't went across the street. Like, he went talking to this dude, and he came back. I told you, nigga. I was like, oh, my
God. What kind of relationship did you have with Sean? Did you guys, were you guys really close?
We met him in Virginia back and we did the show at boot camp. And that next day, he came to our room and he was looking for somebody. He came in the room, started smoking with us. He stayed in the room all the way to checkout. And he had to check out the room and stuff. And from there, we was good friends ever since, me and Mantane. But, of course, me and Tane had our own relationship with him. So I would see him a lot, and He was a
Yeah,
polo
man.
dude. Sorry, he was a polo cat, and he would see me sometimes out. And, fuck you, Al. You got that same jacket. I got that shit at the crib, though. You got yours on now. Like, fuck you, mate. he, he was funny like that. But yeah, he was a very good friend. Very good friend. And Bernie.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Sean and shout out to Bernadette, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, for sure.